thing. And you know what? It costs nothing to be a decent person. So tonight, I'm telling you, keep the grind on. Keep grinding because your day is coming. If only you believe. You know, today people will call you crazy. Tomorrow they will call you boss. If you believe in that, just stay focused. And that's why you should always remain a student of life. And the man I'm about to interview actually taught me that way back. He'll tell me, Bola, always remember why you're doing it. And of course, empower others as you move along. How apt. Our guest tonight is a Nigerian entrepreneur. In fact, I call him a global citizen. But he's an active participant of Ghana's politics and development. He has received hundreds, in fact, numerous of awards and honors for his work in the world of business, politics, literature, the music industry, and in the fashion industry. A graduate of the University of Ife, now Obafemi Awolowo University in Ile-Ife. Yes, he also actually holds a degree in Yoruba. How interesting. We'll get into that. A degree in Yoruba, a master's degree in English literature, and he's been a lecturer as well at Oyo State College of Arts and Science between 1982 and 1983. One time, presidential aspirant of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Our guest, ladies and gentlemen, is a friend of many important people across the globe. Talk about the high and mighty, world leaders, celebrities. We can go on and on and on. He's taking his turn on this award-winning show, Starr. And of course, I should add that this is the man I first met in 2002, and he will go on to actually chair my wedding. Yes, he was the chairman for my wedding, and he bought me my wedding suit as well. First time I'm talking about this, a Gianni Versace suit, and I'm most grateful. I've said that over and over, but to him, I just can't help it. But tonight, celebrate him and say thank you again, Chief Dele Momodu.
Thank you, Bola. Thank you.
And he's the man in charge, in fact, the publisher of Ovation Magazine International, globally acclaimed magazine. Chief Dele Momodu, you're most welcome to Starr.
Good evening, Bola. Thank you for inviting me.
You're most welcome. And I still have that iconic suit that you bought for me. I want to frame it one day and maybe donate it to a museum.
Wow.
You made my day that day. 2005, June 11.
All glory belongs to God.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen.
He made it possible.
13 years on, I get to interview you right here on Starr FM. I'm humbled, I'm honored, and thanks so much for accepting our invitation.
I was on my way to Lagos when you forced me to take a detour. Anything for Bola. I respect you so much. You had a humble beginning, but today you are the big boss.
I love you.
I love you more.
You're on Starr. Well, on StarRFMOnline.com. We're also live in Kumasi on Ultimate 106.9 FM.
We thank God always.
And you're in Liberia for President Weah's investiture. How did it go?
Oh, it went very well. Very, very well. And I was highly impressed, inspired, because if you've ever attempted to run for a presidential office, you will know how tough it is, how difficult it is. But here was a man I saw 12 years ago, when after he lost his election, and Madam Johnson Sirleaf was being sworn in, and we were all there. He walked in, he didn't look too happy, but 12 years after, he came back with full glory. And I was moved to tears, especially while attending the church service on Sunday with him, at so many dignitaries in the church. He walked in and the whole place gave him a standing ovation.
Wow.
Yes.
So it means that patience gets to move mountains.
Oh, certainly, and preparation.
And preparation.
Yeah, he prepared. That then they said, oh, he didn't go to school. He went back to school. By the time he came back, he was ready.
So Ovation covered the whole period.
Everything.
Everything. So you are bringing us exclusive pictures.
Oh, you will see on GH1.
Wow. We're looking forward to that as well. But were you surprised that he won the elections? That is President George Weah.
No, I wasn't. I knew he was prepared. I knew he was ready. You know, when your time is up, nobody can stop you. I followed the elections very, very closely and gave a few words of advice here and there when needed to key actors and participants, you know, in Liberia. I have a lot of friends. I'm actually a chief in Liberia.
Oh, you're a chief in Liberia?
I was made a chief about 10 years ago. I'm the Kia Zulu of the Grand Cape North County for promoting peace in Liberia. I used to go there to visit our soldiers. Nigerian soldiers were actually controlling 10 out of the 15 countries.
Peacekeeping?
Peacekeeping,
wow.
Yes, in Liberia. And on one occasion I was stunned when I got an invitation. I became a chief in April, and I was invited back in July, and we made the president a chief in our own country. You know, it was quite an experience.
Interesting. Do you have a hope in George Weah to deliver? What are your expectations of him?
I was particularly moved by the sermon by the bishop who preached at the church ceremony.
Okay.
Oh, I've never been so moved in my life.
One of the best?
One of the best, if not the best. He told the leaders frontally, he said, look, Mr. George Weah, you came to my office in September last year, and I predicted that you're going to win this election, and now you have won, our friendship is over. If you mess up, we will deal with you.
Tell him as it is.
As it is. He said, look, he said, when you marry procrastination with delay, it can only give birth to one baby, failure. He said, whatever you have to do it now. In fact, that became like a refrain in the church. And he spoke very, very well and advised him that, look, most leaders fail because they surround themselves with the wrong people. And I was very...
Do you believe that many African leaders are surrounded by hypocrites or praise singers?
No, African leaders are the most powerful in the world, especially where I come from, in Nigeria. I mean, I don't know of any president who has the power to turn a man into a woman, except
the Nigerian president?
Oh, the power. Because once you get there, you can wake up a certified pauper in the morning, and by afternoon, you are a certificated billionaire.
In Nigeria,
a man,
you can be a pauper. You go into office as a pauper.
As a pauper,
and wake up.
You can change anybody's life just with a stroke of the pen. So,
my question is, are African leaders, or most of them, surrounded by hypocrites or psychopaths?
Oh, of course. That is obvious. And that is why every government has to be very careful.
Your friend, and very good friend, is President Mahama. Was he surrounded by hypocrites and sycophants? Yes, sir. This is Starr Chat. Chief Dele Momodu. Yes. Was your friend President Mahama, former President Mahama, surrounded by sycophants?
I will tell you that former President John Dramani Mahama was a man of his own.
Was he surrounded by sycophants?
I wouldn't know. I didn't work in his office. But I am telling you that I will...
So on what premise are you saying that many African leaders, if not all, are surrounded by it?
No, I didn't say all. I said most leaders. Even in your office, there are people we do. You don't have to be in political office for people.
Okay. So leadership position.
Leadership generally is about managing people and resources. And wherever there are people and there are resources, there you must find sycophants. So for me, a leader has to be very, very careful.
Right.
And I have met leaders after they left power, especially in Nigeria. I went to see President Jonathan the other day.
Good luck.
Good luck, Jonathan.
Okay.
Yes.
How is he?
Oh, he's fine. But the truth is, you go to a place where everybody used to just mill around and you don't find a soul.
Really?
It's unbelievable.
What,
it's
living in isolation?
It is lonely. A lot of your friends will run away from you
once you're out of office.
All the people who are saying that there is no human being like you today, you just leave office. That is one lesson that we must all learn, and that is why we must do good. A leader must do everything. It's not how long you reign, it's how well you govern.
How well you govern.
So, my advice to my friends who are in government, I have one policy. I don't put pressure on my friends when they are in power. Because most people who come there, they are coming to beg for one thing or the other. So, if you are a man who is self-sustained and you don't need that, then you are able to tell them the truth. A lot of times, some leaders run away from you once you start speaking the truth, but the smartest ones know, and they take you into the bedroom and they say, please tell me, what are people saying? And that's why I keep writing letters to various leaders, especially in Nigeria.
You call your column the pendulum?
The pendulum. It swings every Saturday. And I write letters. For 5 years, I was advising President Jonathan free of charge. I was advising him. I have a compilation of everything.
Are you advising President Buhari?
Oh, yes. Oh, 3 weeks ago, everything I told him in my letter, former President Obasanjo also wrote to him yesterday. Almost verbatim. So, leaders need people.
Is he performing as a president, in your opinion? And be candid with us.
It's very complicated.
What complication means?
I will explain it to you. A lot of leaders, when they are coming to power, make promises, loads of promises. Which I do this, which I do that. But they never have the benefit of knowing the reality of things until they get it. So by the time they get it, they get overwhelmed by the challenges. So what happens next? Excuses. Then you start blaming those who were there before you. Oh, they didn't do this, they didn't do that. But my advice to President Buhari all the time is forget the past. The reason why people elected you was because you said you can perform better than the previous ones. So concentrate on that. The other problem I see, especially in Africa, is that every government that comes in wants to dismantle the previous government. So there is no continuity. A lot of investors, they run away. They are afraid that, hey, okay, I'm there today, I'm doing my business. Tomorrow, if a new government comes, it's going to just pounce on me, and that is the end of my investment. Then we make a whole fetish of corruption. I think one of the biggest problems we had in Nigeria was that a lot of people were too scared that Buhari is coming to witch hunt. And once you have that witch hunt mentality, people are also going to run away. I tell people, there are many ways you can fight corruption. The easiest for a government is the dramatization of fighting corruption, whereby you come, you arrest a few ministers, a few governors, and then, of course, the poor people will hail you. But that is not how to run and sustain an economy. People are going to hail you that you are doing well. Yes, punish them, kill them. But for every business you collapse, you are collapsing the livelihood of thousands of people. So there's a way you have to balance it. You see, the issue of corruption in Africa actually starts, and I've said this repeatedly, starts from need before it graduates to greed. People, if you are poor, that's what they call animal instinct of survival. You just want to survive. So a lot of people, it's not that they want to steal, but when they are hungry, when they are in need,
survival.
They want survival, then they start pilfering, slowly but surely, and then it explodes into something bigger. And that has been our problem.
Former President Obasanjo recently said it, that Buhari should retire. Do you agree?
I already said that.
Oh, you said it before Obasanjo?
Oh, yes, 3 weeks ago. I wrote an article. I said, Mr. President, man shall not live by power alone. God has been very kind to you. There are not many people who have a second chance in life. You were once our military head of state, and now you are back as our civilian president. By the time you decide to contest next year in 2019, you will be 76 years old. No matter how strong you are, there is what they call the law of diminishing return. There is no way.
You think that's set in?
It must set in. Even me, I'm 58 this year. I am telling you, I have a theory that by the time I'm 65, I have to retire from it all. Then go and spend time with my children and grandchildren and, what have you. But the thing is that a lot of people like to govern by proxy. So they'll put you there when you are weak. They know you don't have the energy, so then they can manipulate.
So you believe that President Buhari should retire?
Oh, next year.
You supported him. Do you still support him?
My contract with him expires next year, May. That's my contract. I'm a volunteer, I'm not in his party. And that's the thing about me. People don't know. When I was doing it, people thought, oh, he wants a ministerial appointment. He wants some of us.
Tell us, you didn't want that if you had been called to serve.
Service to your nation is honorable, but it cannot be by force. And it is not something that you have to beg for. If a government feels that they need you, I'm servicing so many different governments all over the world.
I've seen you, of course, in pictures out there visiting, you know, is it Aso Rock? That's the seat of government.
Yes.
You are with President Buhari. All smiles. You are with Mrs. Buhari. What is your relationship with them that you want President Buhari to step down?
No. I am saying, when I was supporting Buhari in 2015, my idea was what I call the Mandela option. We wanted him as a stopgap. We were tired of PDP. Okay? So we needed a moral force, and we found one in Buhari. No matter what you say about Buhari, he's one of the cleanest Nigerians alive today. He's a man of very modest means. He's not a man who will go all out and steal your money. So we needed a man like that, and we were hoping that he would then build a new foundation.
Great attribute, Chief Dele. Nigerians didn't see those attributes in you because you contested.
No, you see, it's like preparation, like I mentioned about George Weah.
Right.
When it is not time, you start a journey.
So you knew it wasn't time. Journey. Why did you contest?
No, you have to
lots of money.
You have to learn. It's like going to school. You have to learn. If I didn't go there now, the experience and the exposure that I have today, I wouldn't have it.
Would you contest?
I can write a PhD thesis. I will not contest in 2019.
You will not?
I will not. Okay. Because I am not ready. Now I know what I need to do. I know the steps I need to take. I am not a serial contestant. Okay. You should not contest just for the fun of it. Every human being must prepare. And you must look for opportunity. In life, you must watch out for opportunity. Life is an opportunity. And when you see it, then you grab it. I'll be 63. I think I will retire at 65.
So you will be in office if you should win. If you go in for that, then you should win.
I mean, I will retire.
So will you retire if you get to win?
I will retire from contesting at 65. By people that I believe are doing great. Okay. Oh, why should I contest?
Wow.
Like I said, I love my country. I just want good government.
You want the best for Nigeria?
For Nigeria and Africa. Not
and now Nigeria, you don't have everywhere. The best?
No, right now we're still struggling. Why would Obasanjo be talking if things were good? So if people say, oh, Dele is just one of those rabble-rousers, you can't call Obasanjo that. Obasanjo is the Baba of African politics. It's like our next Nelson Mandela. You know, and when he speaks, we listen. Even when you disagree with him. Because he's a man full of wisdom.
What is your relationship with Ghana's former President John Mahama?
He's my friend, he's my brother. And you would have noticed that I didn't run away. Like I said, people run away from you when you are down. But he's one man that, I mean, I just love his style. Our relationship blossomed, you won't believe it, from this Starr FM. From Starr FM. My last interview here, towards the end of the interview, it was supposed to be, you know, a personality interview. And it dovetailed into, what do you think about Ghana? And Ghana is a beautiful country. I love Ghana. I love what I see. And he probed further, asking, oh, so you think Mama is doing well? I said, of course. What I see in the airport, what I see on the roads, you see, because I've traveled extensively in Africa, and I know the challenges of governance. So when I was saying it, people thought, oh, I was campaigning for Mama. I had not met him, he had not spoken to me, but it was after that interview
that you see
I left. No, I left.
Okay.
And all the papers the following day carried the story. And then the next thing, I saw a message from the president thanking me for the kind words that, hey, people were saying he was not doing anything.
That interview was with Kweku Sechiado.
No, it wasn't Kweku.
It wasn't Kweku.
I can't remember.
It was on the morning
program. It was a morning program.
That's right.
Yeah, it was a morning program.
Great.
So it was just an innocent, innocuous interview. And those who know me... It
was with me and Nick Clegg, I remember. Yes, that's right.
Those who know me will tell you, even in Nigeria, Obasanjo, Buhari, everybody believe that, hey, Dele is a Ghanaian. My love for Ghana started in 1995 when I discovered Ghana. I was running to exile. under the government, the military government of General Sani Abacha.
Okay.
And I fell instantly in love with Ghana. And since then, what I have done in Ghana, in fact, Nigerians tell me better go and contest in Ghana because they believe I give so much attention. But Ghana is a successful story. Ghanaians may not appreciate it. It is in the nature of man not to appreciate what you have. But I am telling you that those of us from Nigeria, the reason why you see all the flights from Nigeria today, African World Airlines is doing maybe 5 flights daily to Nigeria. Why do we come here? Because we see Ghana as a success story. And everybody wants to share in that success. And I've been a major promoter, right from Rollins. So it has nothing to do with an individual. People narrowed it down to Mahama. But if you see my relationship with President Rollins, with President Kufuor, with President Tamils, and
do you have that relationship with President Nana Akufo-Addo?
Well, we've met a couple of times. Even 2 days ago, I still
you
saw
met
him.
in Liberia?
Oh, we met in Liberia 2 days ago, and I went to pay my homage. You see, when God has put someone in authority, even my religion says you must respect that man. It is not easy to be president of any country. Talk less. And Ghana is blessed to have leaders like Nana Akufo-Addo and all the others before him. There is something I like about leadership. I love intellectual leaders. In fact, the speech Nana made when the French president came,
Macron, yes,
it went viral. I was one of those people who promoted it. And some people were asking me, we thought it's not. I said, what do you mean by it's not? Any leader who is doing great things, Ovation will be there. We have nothing against anybody. Yes, Mama is my good friend. We travel together, we do everything, but I love Ghana. As a matter of fact, I know that if he's called upon at any time to give good and useful ideas to this government, you will find it. Oh yes, that's for me to fall in love with a man like that, you must know that there is something I respect about him.
You invited him to the Ovation Carls in Nigeria. But do you see his defeat coming in 2016? Be candid.
Yes, because there were a lot of similarities to Jonathan in Nigeria. You see, the easiest way to get rid of a government is to accuse it of corruption, accuse him of corruption, and most people, that's what they want to hear. Whether it is true or not, people just want to hear. You know, so, and it is in the character of politics that you must damage your opponent and damage him beyond repairs. And I think by the time he started reacting, a lot of people, for example, one of the reasons people were attacking us was when Ovation did the project in Ghana. You know, we took pictures, and even in Nigeria, people are asking, are you sure this is not Photoshop? Are you sure this is Ghana? But that is Ghana in reality.
You think it came in too late for the campaign?
I think, not just about the campaign, I think a lot of people just didn't have the opportunity. I think he was too busy concentrating on his project. That was one problem. The second problem also was that, how would I put it? Mama could not really be bothered about what people said about him. That's why I used to say, I'm a dead goat. He couldn't be bothered. He was not afraid. Even our vice president in Nigeria the other day, we were discussing Ghana, and he was saying, you know, that everybody, even the leadership of Ghana says, hey, the man was bold. When a leader takes bold decisions, there is no way he will not pay the price. He paid the price for taking those bold decisions. He was not afraid to say, hey, you want electricity? You are going to pay for it. Politicians don't talk like that. Politicians will pretend and lie to you.
So you saw the defeat coming,
staring
them in the face.
It was a tough battle for him to
So why were you still campaigning? I mean, you played some roles in the campaign in 2016.
In life, you don't say because you are going to be defeated, you will just sit down at home and do nothing. For me, it was a great experience. And I'm so proud of him. He bowed out gracefully. I'm sure there was a lot of pressure on him not to go. There are people who don't want him to go. And the man said, no, if I lose election, I'm going to call my opponent. And he did call. And about 5 minutes after that, I spoke to him.
Oh, after
I called, yes, President Akufo-Addo. So I spoke to him. I said, sir. And he said, yes, I've just called him. And if you see the relief, you see, because I am an African who believes in democracy. If you lose election, go home. It's not the end of the world.
Did you bring the Nigerian actors to campaign for John Mahama?
No, there were Nigerian actors campaigning for both major parties in Nigeria.
Mr. Ibu, you brought Mr. Ibu?
No, I didn't.
Osofia,
it was also, yeah, it was
you brought Osofia?
Yes, Osofia.
All here to campaign for President
It
Why?
was not a campaign. It was more of a media feature on the airport. You know, he came and then he went to Dubai. The Nkrumah circle.
Yes.
Exactly. So he went there, and that is not about Mahama. That's about Ghana. Everybody who comes to Ghana now goes to the Dubai in Ghana. That is there forever. It belongs to Ghanaians. It doesn't belong to Mahama.
Did you charge him for the things you did for him?
I told you,
Chief.
He's my friend. He's my brother. I support people.
Did you
in Africa? I just told you, I supported him.
Yes.
Yes, I supported him.
Was he a good president?
Oh, without doubt. If he was a bad president, I wouldn't support him.
Should he come back in 2020?
I have no comments. That is his personal decision.
Would you wish?
No, that is his personal decision. If the government that is there now performs, you can't kick them out.
Yes, but I'm saying, should he contest on his party ticket?
Is
this something you advise him?
I haven't discussed it with him. And he hasn't told me. The impression I get from him is that he will continue to build his party, he will continue to support his party, and he will continue to give lectures globally. We've been to South Africa, we've been in the US, we've been in Kenya.
Oh, with him?
With him, yes. I've been to almost all the places he visited, and he is a global leader.
Does he resonate with the people?
Extremely. When we went to the University of Chicago, and what I saw, I couldn't believe. All the scholars, we went to Kellogg, Northwestern University, and when he speaks, he doesn't have to pick a paper. He is one of the people. I'm hoping it's the same thing with your current president. Nana Akufo don't speak English.
Yes.
But
we don't say 34. You said 34.
34.
You said salvation.
I don't concern myself about the policies of a country.
Okay.
I look at a development. The development in Ghana. I want to see Ghana open the third terminal 3.
Correct.
At that airport. I want to see the same thing in Senegal. What I'm doing here, I'm doing in other countries.
Has Ghana beaten Nigeria to it in terms of exposure and also, selling our story to the world? Are we now the gateway to West Africa?
No, there's no doubt that in terms of tourism, Ghana is ahead. There's no doubt. You see, the image that you get of Ghana is a country that is totally at peace with the rest of the world. I landed here at 3 a.m. because the flight was crazily delayed. And I was not afraid to drive out of the airport at 3:30 a.m. In most countries,
so security, you
security-wise, Ghana is
peaceful,
is doing well. And what I like is the fact that one government leaves, another comes, and they are able to maintain the standard. That is not common in most countries.
Wow. Ovation International. Basharon. Do you know your school anthem?
I can't remember.
Oh, really? You've forgotten?
Because you see, we didn't go to a boarding school.
Oh,
we went to a day school. Okay. So we were not too involved in activities like that.
Wow. And university was?
In the great Ife. University of Ife. Now,
and you studied Yoruba? Of all subjects, why Yoruba?
You see, I've always been a rebel. I like to do things that are different. You have to be original in life. You can't be extraordinary if you are not original. I realized that too many people were graduating from English language. And before then, I'd worked in the university library. I'd encountered practically all the African authors from Ikweyama to Ngugi, Wationgo, Kofi Awuno, everybody. So I wanted something more challenging. You will find 200 people graduating from English and only about 2 or 4 graduating in Yoruba. And I said, what is wrong with our people? And they said, oh, Yoruba is difficult. How can your everyday language be that difficult? And so that encouraged me to do it. And thereafter, I decided to do English literature. And people said,
what a combination, Yoruba and English literature. Are you
the first and only Nigerian to attempt it.
Really?
Even the university was not going to give me, the chance.
So to date, you are the first and only Nigerian.
I don't know of any other. There might be. I don't know of any other. And for me, that is one of the reasons when I write, people say they enjoy my writing. Because I think first in Yoruba. And most times I try to transliterate into English. And so it becomes flowery, it becomes very sweet. It's like music. When I'm writing, it's like I'm beating a drum. Tam, 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 and people dance to it.
Chief Dele Momodu. And you know what, you are trending on Twitter, and people at #1. That's interesting, and of course, and Chief, we'd like to take some messages. Emmanuel Willingdale is actually watching us on Facebook Live. Says, nice program. Keep it up, Chief Dele Momodu and Bolare. I'm enjoying it. I'm all the way in Wa, watching and listening.
Oh, I've been in Wa.
Oh, you've been there?
Yeah.
Okay, right. So, this man is speaking some sense here. Our Ghanaians listening, we should. And that's from James Eduko. Thank you. Abeku Backman says, Dele, good to watch you here. Thank you for the wisdom. And Silvanos Odogu says, kudos, sir. We salute you. Watching you live from Italy. My name is Janet Akoli. Thank you, Janet. Bennett Kunedu Iyadom. God bless this man. Mahama is the best thing we've ever had, and they should know that. What's the story today? Let's hear it. Glossy magazine is about lifestyle, people, business, flashy life. Let's talk about Ovation magazine.
Well, I lost my job as the highest paid editor in Nigeria in 1991.
You were the highest paid editor?
By 1990.
How
I was
old?
the highest paid. I was 30, exactly 30 years old. But a year after, I ran into problems. You know, the bigger the head, the bigger the headache. So, and I thought of doing something for myself. The idea for Ovation came, but money says if it is not at home, make no plans in its absence. So I made my plans, I couldn't get the money, so I gave up and I went into public relations, and I was doing quite well. I mean, the late Chief Moshood Abiola, who won the election, was my adopted father, and I had this account, Summit Oil International. Dr. Mike Adenuga Jr., one of the biggest in the world of business.
Oh, Globe.
I had Globe.
Okay.
I had
Used
this
to be his
account.
peer. Okay.
I was handling his peer. Akim Bello Osage, his wife is Ghanaian, you know. He owned Etisalat in Nigeria. At that time, he had just bought the United Bank for Africa. I was handling his media. When MoneyGram was coming into Nigeria, I was handling. So I was doing well. I gave up on publishing. Then the Abacha trouble came, and I had to run. I ran through the bush into Cotonou, from Cotonou to Lomé to Accra.
Through the bush, you were trekking?
Through the bush, I had to trek into Cotonou. Then from Cotonou, I was able to now get a vehicle to Togo, from Togo to Ghana. And that was my first time in Ghana.
You were in exile?
I was in exile for 3 years. The next 3 years, I couldn't enter Nigeria. And that was how, unknown to me, I didn't know that God had plans. God was waiting for me in London. So I got to London, and after a little time, my cousin asked me, what are you going to be doing here? I said, I don't know. Said, you don't know? If you are not careful, you'll be washing plates or dead bodies. And I said, no, it's not my portion. To cut a long story short, he gave me the idea that you are a journalist back home. Why don't you start something? I said, I don't have the money to start. We did our business plan. In any business, you need a business plan. We needed 150,000 pounds to start small scale. We couldn't raise it.
150,000 pounds?
If you sold my family from first generation to last generation, there was no way I was going to come up with that kind of money. So eventually we were able to gather about 20,000 pounds. And we took a journey of faith. And, you know, if you wait till you have everything, you will never do anything.
That is deep. Again,
if you wait until you will have everything, you will never do anything. And it paid off eventually.
Which year was this?
1995-96. The first edition of Ovation came out in 96, which makes us 22 years this year.
Wow. So the objective, the vision was go out there, cover.
Do everything it takes. A friend of mine came. He said failure has no parents. Failure has no relatives. If you fail, you're your own. He said whatever it will take, make sure that
you succeed.
You succeed.
I read one of the magazines, and you interviewed one of the richest, maybe Nigerians to have ever lived, or I don't know whether he's still on or he's passed on. I saw that magazine in I think 2000.
The one on
Fernandez.
Yes.
Oh, what's the name of the chief? Was a plenipotentiary?
Yeah, Chief Antonio
Fernandez.
He died 2 years ago in Belgium. I attended his funeral. Yes, Great man.
Great man.
Great man.
Very wealthy man.
Very, very.
And he stated his wealth, and I don't know how much at the time he was worth.
He was big. He was very big.
And he was a Nigerian.
Full Nigerian.
How do you get these personalities, the high and mighty?
Access.
With yes, access. And you have access to almost every world leader.
Integrity. When people know that when you talk to them, you are not doing it to malign them, they will talk to you. And that's the secret I tell journalists. Some journalists, all they do is destroy. They are called kill and go.
Kill and go.
Kill and go journalists. Kill and go. Everything they meet, they must destroy. I'm telling you. And in my own case, I come in there, I ask my questions, I don't embellish, I don't add, I don't remove. Bolare, I'm told you have a girlfriend, aside from your wife, and you say it's not true. I already there. It's not true. But some people will go and say, we have evidence.
Provide the evidence.
They can't. People will malign you, and even when they carry apologies later, it is too late. So I have established that rapport with leaders.
So they will open the doors.
Because they know I'm interested in promoting the best of Africa.
And that's what we should be doing.
No, we destroy ourselves. If you read some newspapers, you will run away from Africa.
Wow.
Yeah, but Ovation, nobody can sell granite with Ovation. It's not possible. It's a magazine you want to keep forever.
You can't sell granules with Ovation.
You cannot, never. You can't.
We cherish it.
Oh, you keep it. Look, in Liberia, once people see the Ovation logo, that brand is so strong. You see, hey, they put, ask John Dumelo when he was coming,
right,
and he saw Ovation camera, he put his glasses and his phone aside. He said, okay, now, let me post for you. Nobody wants to appear
you
like
built a brand
that it is super luxury. Wow. So when people see it, they know what, any show, you've been to a lot of our shows, any show we do, people will dress to kill because they know that picture will be seen all over the world. And you don't want people to see you when you're not looking good.
How many copies do you sell?
Oh, it depends.
What was the biggest for you?
That we ever did?
Yes.
It's tough. We did a lot of big ones, but Fernandez will be one of them. Fernandez was very, very big.
Wow.
Makadenuga, certainly. In Ghana, I think the biggest was the 40th birthday of Mrs. Edwina
Banda. Okay, Asma Banda's wife. You sold a lot of copies of that.
A lot.
Oh.
Also, when they had their twins.
That's right.
And I think they are 16 this year. That was exclusive because Alhaji spoke from the heart. The kind of thing that Africans don't like to discuss.
That's right.
The trouble of looking for a child. For 12 years, your wife is there without a child. And you are going, you want to do in vitro, you have to go and do HIV test. And Alhaji went through it all.
Alhaji Asma Banda.
Yes, and he said it on tape in London. I interviewed them in Swiss Cottage. I will never forget that interview. You know, so we've been able to open up.
When you interview some of these people, high and mighty, great leaders, business leaders, world leaders, what's the biggest amount that you received as maybe a token? Oh, Dele, take this, you and your crew.
No.
They do that?
No, nobody offers me a bribe.
No, it's not a bribe. It's an appreciation.
No, not even a brand envelope. If that's what you're after. People are afraid. They think I'm too big to be offered pittance.
How much is a page?
It depends. If you speak to the adverts department, I'm sure. But
I mean, give us relatively. I mean, how much will it cost for one to, appear? Maybe a page of Ovation.
You see, it's all about budget. It depends on your level of what you want to achieve.
Are we looking at $500 a page, depending on...
It depends, if you negotiate.
What's the biggest that you...
There's no fixed price.
Wow.
Yes, I mean, I've done features on you.
That's right.
You are doing a feature on me now. You're not charging me for it. That's so right. A lot of it, you see, when you want to promote the best of a continent, you cannot be charging money. Our money comes from other sources.
So Ovation has not made you rich, or didn't make you rich. Your money is coming from other sources?
Oh, a lot of other sources. I'm a very versatile businessman, and I have a lot of goodwill. There are automobile companies. I remember when the BMW 5 Series came out in Nigeria. I was one of the first people to drive it because the company called me.
Oh, okay.
Postaris and said,
yes.
if we give you this car,
people will get
it. And they gave it to me. So people see a lot of that.
Wow.
I mean, there is a very rich man in Nigeria who bought me 2 cars in 1 year, worth 85 million. That's not cash.
85 million.
85 million. I'm telling you, out the and a Range Rover.
How much
in
is that
1 year?
In dollars?
In dollars, at that time, maybe about $300,000.
$300,000 for the 2 cars. He gave it to you.
Just like that. I was shocked. I asked him, what have I done, sir? He said, you are a great man.
You drive a Rolls Royce. Is this
I was driving a Bentley.
A Bentley, rather?
Yes. No, it's in Nigeria.
It's in Nigeria. Made of antelope skin.
You were the first to
show that on television. I remember.
Yes.
So that Bentley is in Nigeria. You love the good life.
Oh, why not? I work very hard. A child who knows how to enjoy life must know how to work.
What's the most expensive, possession? Something that you own, an asset. Apart from a house, what will it be? I know you are into watches, timepieces. Your favorite will be.
I love watches, but I don't like common watches. A lot of people talk about Rolex.
Rolex is common.
Anybody who has money wants to buy a Rolex.
You introduced me
I've never owned a Rolex.
A watch designer by name Patek Philippe.
Yes, you remember?
Yes, I remember.
Patek Philippe.
Yeah.
Now, there are others.
Which one? Tell us. Which one?
No, there are others.
Like what? We want to know because we also like students of life. Yes.
Is it? For me, they lining up to give me clothes.
To give me clothes for free?
You will not believe it. This one I'm wearing is by HQ Clothing in Nigeria. He brought 10 pieces on a single day. 10.
How many of these do you have? Maybe now
I can run into hundreds.
Thousands?
Hundreds.
Wow.
Yeah. Hundreds. Go around now and say, I need to see something about Kwame Nkrumah. You will have to struggle. If you are not careful, you will have to get to Germany or the US before you get it. So we must begin to build our own legacy in Africa. In Ghana, for example, I enjoy a lot of the artists here, and I've taken a lot of them also to Nigeria.
Oh, like who? Okay.
Oh, I've taken a lot of them. Wuta, I took Wuta to Nigeria. Prayer, I took to Nigeria. 4x4. Even Sarkodie, Efia, I took all of them to Nigeria at different times.
Wow.
And
you love what we're doing by hip life, Afrobeats.
My favorite used to be Coco Tiba.
Bao, you love that song.
I love Bao to pieces.
Abua Coco Tiba. Yeah.
And I'll be dancing.
Currently is who from Ghana?
I like the raw energy of your guy, the one who performed at your birthday.
Shatawale.
No, not Samini, the other one.
Shatawale.
Oh, you love Shatawale?
His energy is crazy.
Okay.
I love his raw energy.
Wow.
And of course, I love Samini.
Samini
is a performer any day. VIP, they were very, very big in Nigeria.
You talked about this tune from the president of Musica.
Oh, yeah.
And this Coco Tiba. Enjoy.
Starr, 103.5 FM. Simply the best.
It's mature, it's relevant, and guarantees you the best music. 103.5 FM.
And Stella, listen to us from East Airport, says, I'm watching you guys on Facebook Live, and I want to see Chief Dele Momodu dance to this tune. Okay. Why not? So we're bringing it back. Chief Dele Momodu, are you accepting the challenge?
Oh, yes, I'm standing already.
Here we go.
This one, I love my song, so this one, they speak to all the lovers, so hey, you're a whole lot of friends, you're a running.
It's song for lovers.
You are carrying to Chief. I love the downstairs and the moves. Wow. So you still party, you go out to the pubs, the clubs?
No.
Oh, you don't go to
I
the club?
hardly go anywhere.
Okay.
If I make an appearance, know that the event or the organizers must be very, very important.
Wow.
Hardly.
You don't attend parties, you don't go to
Hardly.
the clubs. So when you make an appearance,
it is important. Many of them, but and of course I love Davido.
Oh, you love Davido?
I know
you had a rift with Davido. I mean, it was all over social media, you know, exchanges here and there and all of that.
It's settled now.
It's settled down.
It's over.
Wow.
Yes, and I'm very happy because...
Tell us for the first time, what was the feeling like? What were you going through at that time that you guys were feuding? I mean, on Instagram, I can see on Twitter, hash exchanges. And there's a guy who's what? He has a daughter with your niece.
Yeah.
At one time, there was a scuffle at the airport. He had to be prevented from, you know, taking the child to Dubai. Tell us about those crazy quotes moments.
It was particularly bad for me because David is like a son to me. His mom, when she was alive, was quite close. I called her my sister, and her father, Dr. Dele, you know, is a big brother also to me. But the misunderstanding, that's the word, the misunderstanding was so bad that it nearly destroyed our families.
Oh, really?
Yes, because a lot of people got involved. Don't forget that Davido is a megastar with millions of followers, and they were attacking me, you fool, you idiot, you know, when you see little kids.
Oh, they said that to you?
Oh, yes, but I took it with equanimity. One thing about me is I practice my Christian faith of forgiveness. In fact, that night at the show on December 17, 2017, when we settled, nobody knew it was coming.
Nobody knew it was coming?
Nobody. My son, my third son, knew about 10 minutes to go when I told him to go to the reception of a hotel, that you will see someone there. He said, who? I said, when you get there, you will see someone bring him backstage. And then I went on stage.
And you hugged him?
And before then, I announced that tonight you are going to witness the biggest act of reconciliation and forgiveness ever on this stage. And I started singing a Yoruba Christian song, Ijapari Ogun Tito, that Olubala Jagun Olu Ori Ayo Lao Mako Hallelujah. People were wondering, what's going on here? And then I said, please help me welcome one of the biggest artists out of Africa. If you are in this hall, show up on this stage now. And they just started, hey, Madam Iduro.
Wow. And they started playing that song.
They started, you know.
Wow. But they played Dami Duro.
Dami Duro was...
Yes. And that's what you introduced.
So the DJ just put that, and Davido appeared on stage. Everywhere exploded.
Wow.
I heard we were trending instantly. Everywhere.
Was this the tune?
That was it.
Omo Babalo, that means the son of a rich man. Davido, show them.
30 billion.
We don't just give you radio, we give you exciting and excellent radio. We are Starr 103.5 FM, period. Now moving on to the messages. This one says, one of the greatest interviews to go down history. Oh my God, I'm listening to you guys from Lekki Phase 2.
Wow.
Chief, I salute you.
Thank you.
Alright, so coming in from Osman, thank you very much. This one is from Marcus James. He says, ask him, has he naturalized as a Ghanaian?
No.
Okay.
I have 2 nationalities already, so I think it's on.
Thelfi says, hello Bolare, great interview. EIB, you guys rock. Well, Thelfi, thank you very much. Avero7 says, freshness boss ever in Ghana. Thank you very much. So proud of you. And yes, I'm listening to you all the way in Dubai. Yaro, well, thank you very much. Narada says, I really like Chief Dele Momodu. Bolare, big ups and big up Starr FM. Musa Abatwa, Dele Momodu is a great man and he's not afraid of criticism. Of course, I remember how he was bashed by the then opposition MPP on declaring his support for JM, but he's still here with us and touting Nana's credentials. We salute him. Musa Abatwa sending that one. George Effa says there's a very sincere rhythm in his speech. No wonder he loves Ghana. Bola. We need people like this to grow Africa. His spirit moves in the same frequency as the soul of a true Ghanaian. Wow. May he live. Long live Nana Dele Momodu. Wow. Wow. So, I mean, you are doing so well. We'll be going for that break before we come back and wrap it all up on Star Chat. But, of course, talking about Ghana-Niger collaboration and with our songs, I know, we're going somewhere, aren't we? We're showing Africa because Wizkid just won the best tune in the world with One Dance. And we have great people coming out of Africa. Are we ready to present a united front? I'm looking for a day where we have Shatawale Wizkid collaboration. I have a Stonebwoy Davido collaboration. You get a Salty Soul from Kenya doing something with Samini. You have Ebony jumping on a track, you know, with somebody from South Africa. And it's possible.
Oh, definitely. It is possible.
Certainly.
The title of your book.
Yes, Chief.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
That's a great thing. That's a great one. I hope I'll get my autographed copy tonight.
We'll do that. We'll do that for you. And of course, we are activating the phone lines now. 0302-231144. 0302-231145. Kindly give us a call. Chief Dele Momodu is here, publisher of Ovation magazine. My name is Bola, and let's take a moment and toast to authentic whiskey. Let's toast to Johnny Walker.
Hello, Bola.
Good evening, sir, and you're most welcome. It's an exciting evening. Glad to have you on Starr FM. I'm well and blessed. Let's hear you, sir.
Thank you. I want to thank you, Momodu.
Good evening, sir. Good evening.
Omo Babalo. Yes.
Amen.
So what's your question for Chief? So George, what? God bless you too. Okay, so he just called it to, you know, say thank you, and of course, God richly bless you, Chief. Kwabna is on line from Taifa. Kwabna, good evening. Hello, Kwabna. Hello. Too bad we lost Kwabna. Do we have Abna on the line as well? Well, too bad we lost Abna as well. But of course, keep the calls coming in. It's 0302-231144.
God has been too kind to me. When I wake up, I just thank Him. You see, we brought nothing to this world. If you know about my background, how poor we were. I lost my father when I was only 13. And I was left with a poor, illiterate woman to look after us. At a point in time, all my friends had jobs. I was the only jobless man in the house. When everybody is going to work, I say goodbye. And I'm there. I'm sleeping on the mattress. Just waiting and hoping that the good Lord will open the window of opportunity.
And that's why you are grateful. You appreciate life.
Every day, I thank Him.
We'll go to Newtown, where I'll pick Festus. Hello, Festus from Newtown. Good evening, Festus, and you're on Starr FM. Let's hear you, Festus.
Yeah. Greetings to
Thank you very much. Thank you. Good evening.
Chief, I've been following you for quite a time now, and I'm very grateful to hear of you.
Thank you, sir.
And
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Wow.
God bless you too. Thank
Wow.
you.
Thank you very much, Julius.
Good evening, Abna. How are you?
Prior to this interview, I had a very bad sort of like notion about your personality. And I never had a chance or the time to do research or find out who this man is. But this opportunity has, you know, given me a different perspective about the kind of person you are.
Thank you.
Number two, I want to find out about how young ones like us can have the opportunity to work with you.
Thank you very much. I think if you phone later, we'll give you, even if you're not able to work, we can mentor. And my advice to a lot of people these days is that they should begin to go into entrepreneurship. You see, because the jobs are just not there. And you don't want to employ people and you are not able to pay them. The economy of the world, it's not just Ghana or Nigeria, the world generally is in turmoil. But there are ideas. Last December, we gave support to people who were able to give us some very good ideas, business plan, and we gave them money.
And this year, that's what we're doing on Starr Chat with all our guests who are coming on. It's not just about the interview and celebrating them. We're also, you know, asking them to give back. Let's enrich lives. Chief Dele, are we going to get that support from you?
Oh, of course. We've been doing it and we will continue to do it.
God bless you.
We took a lot of kids off the streets and we have the evidence of it right here in Ghana. Where is that place where we have the boxing arena?
Yes, around Bukum.
Around Bukum.
Yes.
There is a man there who has been working very hard with street kids, and we brought him to Nigeria. President Mahama was there that day. We brought him to Nigeria, and he was shocked. We asked him his budget for the year, and we gave it to him.
That's what we're going to do, and we'll start off with Abena. One day she will testify, and other people will also call in. First, 4 people to call my producer, Kwame Danso, a champion. We're going to do that every Wednesday, God willing, on the show. The guests that we bring on, we'll also ask them to impact our world. Help them, mentor people. We need that. You know, under your tutelage, a lot will be helped as well, and that's what we want. As we get ready to wrap up.
And now, the mystery question.
Right, so you have it right there, the mystery question. And Chief, if you can kindly read it out for us, what does it say?
I haven't had the opportunity to taste both. Which would you say is superior? Ghana jollof or Nigeria jollof? I love both.
We're saying superior.
There's
qualified it.
There's no superiority in food. Food na food.
You love it all.
I love both.
You love both.
When I'm in Ghana, you won't believe it. My wache, I don't joke with my wache. I go to Auntie Muni.
Oh, you go to Auntie Muni?
Yes, on Sunday, I go to Labadi and have my omutro on Sunday.
Okay.
So
You're a Ghanaian?
Oh, no, me, I'm very, very, very easygoing when it comes to food.
Wow.
I love good food.
Your favorite hangout here in Ghana will be?
I hardly hang out. I'm quite private.
Okay.
I'm very, very private.
Very private. All right. So just before we wrap it all up, for those of you who called, you must say that the first 5 people were going to facilitate that for you. Ovation is going to do something great for you. A man who did what?
A man who lived a good life and touched lives everywhere. Not.
Thank you, Chief Dele Momodu. God bless you, sir. Thank you. You're a brother, a mentor, a visionary.
You're a great man.
Thank you, sir.
It is possible.
It is possible. It is possible. Just believe. So we are done talking.
You don't talking, yeah. Are you don't talking?
And there you have it.